We've been going up for hours. I I have no idea where we are.
Hi kids, alive here and I hear what you say. Can I take you to the top?
Come on, guys. What do you think if we tell horror stories? Me. I have a good second. What was what? I don't have any idea.
Isabella, where are you?
What's your story?
A group of friends had decided to go to Cartagena to spend a few days. They checked into the hotel and went up to their room to leave their luggage, but they noticed a peculiar smell, as if they had forgotten to take out the trash or hadn't pulled the toilet chain. However, everything seemed to be in order, so they left and didn't come back until the last hour of the night. The smell had worsened noticeably throughout the day and it was almost unbearable, so they called for maintenance to locate its origin. The person who was sent to them looked under the beds, inside the closets, even sniffed the drains and vents, but could not find the source of the smell. In the end, they cleaned the room with generous amounts of perfume products, put the ventilation to the maximum and wished the group of friends good night. The plague was, for the moment, masked, and since they were exhausted, they went to bed. One of them hid her wallet under the mattress, as she used to do in hotels.
They all slept well into the morning. The rays of the sun already entered the room, hitting in an stream. The stage was still present and more powerful than ever. One of the women already got irritated, calling the maintenance department again to complain. Then he called the hotel manager to complain a little more. A small hermit of management and maintenance personnel was present shortly, and again they searched everywhere without result. However, everyone agreed that the smell was unbearable, so the management offered to change the room rent.
They picked up their things to go down to the lobby, but when the lady who had hidden the wallet rummaged under the mattress, she touched something that looked suspiciously like a human hand. They removed the mattress from above the bed, and there, in a hollow between the springs of the bed base, there was a dead man. It was evident that he had been killed in the room, and the murderer had hidden him between the mattress and the box spring. He had cut out a part of the springs of the bed base so that the body did not form a lump in it.
But no matter how fast you are, the hide behind is even faster and has moved behind you. You will never know what it's like, but it is always there. We could say that Monsters Man is the one who has managed to turn around and see what hide behind is like. And he is more frightening than any animal. He's nothing.
This is the story of a young woman from Cali. Let's call her Sarah. As a child, Sarah was afraid of the darkness until she adopted a dog that gave her company. For years, Sarah slept peaceful because she knew that her dog was under the bed. And if she was afraid, she just had to extend her hand. Then the dog would beg to leave her until she fell asleep.
That's how the years passed, and Sarah then became an adult. One night, on the radio, she heard that near her town they were looking for and capturing a very dangerous murderer. Sarah, accompanied by her dog, was not afraid. She got into bed, extended her hand to the edge, and the dog, like every night, began to lick her.
She fell asleep. When she woke up, she was surprised that the dog had not become tired licking her hand all night. Also, she thought.
When she opened her eyes, she found her dog dead on the floor of the room. Under the bed, a man kept licking her hand.
It was a cold and gloomy night, just like every year. Mr. Jason told his son our story on Halloween, so he would sleep, and like every year he brought in his favorite food for him to enjoy. And told me, son, did you like this year's dinner? The witchy boy replied, yes, Dad, I love it. I'm glad. With a nervous smile waiting for him not notice, the father left the quiet quickly, hoping that he would not notice. While his wife coming out the problem, he had to face the other having to hide the trust of 8 dead children, but it's all worth it as long as I can lock that thing off for another year.
It is said that every December 7, a monster similar to an anaconda appears. Although a little bigger and more dangerous, its name is Christmas Snake. This monster usually takes the souls of those who do not believe in Christmas and have a soulless heart. Without pity, he usually appears a little after 12 at night to take those souls to the underworld and never return them. No matter how much you hide, he will always find you.
Okay, a few years ago in a camp, there was a group of young people who, during an excursion, got lost. At first, several hours lost. They found a solitary woman. She had an axe on her back, and they didn't give them a good feeling, but desperate, they asked her how to get to the town. Despite the first impression, the woman turned out to be super nice. She told them her name was Julosa and accompanied them to the village, where she said goodbye before a photo was taken with the young people. The group of young people told the town that the woman who had taken them there was called Julosa, but the local residents said that was impossible. The only Julosa that had been in the town died more than 100 years ago, and she died in a horrible way. A group of children were playing about and it escaped her, and Julosa went for it. She had an axe in her hand and had the misfortune to trip and cut his whole leg. She fell into it, obviously. The young people listening closely, and through that, even despite the consensus on the name and the fact that a woman also carried an axe, it was impossible that it was the same person. However, when they revealed that photo they had taken when they arrived at the town, they noticed something that made them change their minds. You also had disappeared, but the photograph.